You rush into the crowded coffee shop after a long day at the office, your laptop bag slung over one shoulder, heart still racing from that email your boss fired off just minutes ago, sharp words that felt like a personal attack. The barista hands you your usual latte, but spills a drop on the counter, muttering an apology under her breath. Normally, you'd snap back, your voice edged with the frustration that's been building all week. But today, something shifts. You breathe, smile faintly, and say nothing. As you sit by the window, watching rain streak the glass, you wonder, what if that tiny pause changed everything? It's a moment like this that hits close for so many of us, those quiet eruptions inside when someone's carelessness or criticism pierces through our armor. You're a 28-year-old marketing coordinator in a bustling New York firm, juggling deadlines and dreams of something more creative. Yet every small slight from a colleague or client feels like it unravels you. Science backs this pull. Harvard studies show our brains light up the same way for social rejection as physical pain, turning a spilled latte into a full-blown sting. But here's the twist. What if the real power isn't in avoiding the spill, but in choosing not to let it soak you? That pause in the coffee shop, it's the gateway to a life where no one's words or actions can rattle your core. The big idea here is simple yet profound. True freedom from anger or bother comes not from silencing the world around you, but from mastering the space between stimulus and response. Viktor Frankl, the Holocaust survivor and psychiatrist, called this our last human freedom. In the next chapters, we'll walk through an emotional roadmap, from spotting the hidden roots of your reactions to weaving in daily practices that build unshakable calm. Stick around because by the end, you'll have tools to turn those inner storms into steady breezes, reclaiming the peace that's always been yours. It's not about never feeling, it's about choosing what sticks. Chapter 1, The Invisible Thread of Triggers. Imagine you're that marketing coordinator again, scrolling through your phone during lunch when a text from your roommate pops up. Hey, can you cover rent this month? Mine's short. Your chest tightens, not just from the money worry, but from the echo of childhood voices saying you always had to pick up the slack. That's the invisible thread. Triggers aren't random. They're whispers from old wounds, pulling you into reactivity before you even notice. Psychologists like those at the American Psychological Association note that 70% of our emotional responses stem from unresolved past experiences, like a river carving deeper grooves over time. You feel the anger rise because it's not the text, it's the fear of being unseen, of always being the fixer. But recognizing this, it's your first unhook. Pause and ask, what old story is this moment trying to rewrite in me? Feel that shift. It's like sunlight piercing fog, sudden clarity without force. Chapter 2, The Pause That Rewires. Now let's build on that recognition. Picture yourself in a team meeting, your idea dismissed with a casual wave from a senior colleague. The heat climbs your neck, words bubbling up like steam from a kettle. But instead of pouring out, you count to 5, inhale for 4, hold, exhale for 6. This isn't just breathing, it's a neural reset. Research from Yale shows that a mere 10-second pause activates your prefrontal cortex, the brain's calm commander, dialing down the amygdala's alarm. You're not suppressing, you're choosing. In that space, the dismissal shrinks from a mountain to a molehill. What if next time you whispered to yourself, "Is this worth my peace?" Suddenly, the meeting flows, and you contribute later, clearer, stronger. Chapter 3, Boundaries as Gentle Shields. Boundaries sound rigid like walls, but think of them as soft gardens, fences that let in sunlight but keep out weeds. You're at a family dinner, aunts offhand comment about your single life landing like a thorn. Without a boundary, you laugh it off, but inside, resentment festers. With one, you say softly, "I'd love to talk about my wins instead." steering the conversation like a gentle current. Studies in the Journal of Personality and Social Psychology reveal that clear boundaries reduce stress hormones by up to 25%, freeing energy for what nourishes you. It's not confrontation, it's curation of your heart's landscape. How might one small no today bloom into tomorrow's freedom? Chapter 4: Reframing the Mirror of Others. Others' drama often mirrors our own unhealed parts, like a lake reflecting storm clouds that aren't even yours. You're scrolling social media late at night, envy spiking at a friend's promotion post, anger bubbling because it feels like your stagnation is highlighted. But reframe, their win isn't your loss, it's a reminder to water your own seeds. Cognitive behavioral therapy, as outlined in works by Dr. Aaron Beck, teaches that 80% of emotional distress comes from distorted interpretations. Shift to, what can I learn here? Suddenly, the post inspires a quiet journal entry on your goals. In this mirror, you see not lack, but invitation. What reflection are you ready to polish today? If this is hitting home, hit that like button, share it with others, tap subscribe, and stick around for more. Chapter 5: The Alchemy of Inner Forgiveness. Forgiveness isn't forgetting, it's alchemy turning leaden grudges into golden release. Recall that roommate text. Instead of stewing, you visualize the words as leaves on a stream, watching them float away. This isn't weakness, it's wisdom. A study from Stanford's Forgiveness Project found that practicing self-forgiveness for reactions cuts chronic anger by 40%, like clearing fog from a window. You forgive not for them, but for you to make space for joy. In quiet evenings, you might whisper, "What weight am I ready to let drift?" Feel the lightness? That's your soul sighing in relief. Chapter 6: Weaving Calm into Daily Rituals. Sustained peace isn't a one-off, it's woven into rituals, like threading sunlight through a loom. Start your mornings with a gratitude anchor, 3 things you're unbothered by no matter what. At day's end, reflect. What stayed with me today and what slipped away? Neuroplasticity research from UCLA shows these habits rewire pathways for resilience, making calm your default. You're not just surviving slights, you're sculpting serenity. Imagine your evenings as sacred pauses where the world's noise fades. How will you thread your first ritual tonight? Chapter 7: The Ripple of Unreactive Grace. As these threads weave together, grace ripples outward, not as perfection, but as quiet power. You're in that coffee shop again, but now the spilled latte draws a shared laugh with the barista. Your unbothered energy invites connection, not conflict. Gallup polls on emotional intelligence highlight that non-reactive people report 30% higher life satisfaction. They're calm a beacon in stormy seas. This isn't the end of feelings, it's the dawn of response. What grace will you ripple into your world this week? Got thoughts? I'd love to hear them in the comments. Your story might just be the light someone else needs. Ready to make this real? Start small. Tomorrow, pick one trigger moment, maybe a colleague's eye roll or a partner's offhand remark. Pause with that 4-7-8 breath. Inhale 4, hold 7, exhale 8, then reframe with a single question. What if this is inviting me to choose peace? Journal it briefly that evening. What shifted? This isn't overnight magic, it's a daily dance. Let's build this community of calm together, one unbothered breath at a time. Close your eyes for a moment and see her, you, a few months from now. The office buzz doesn't snag you. Family dinners flow with easy warmth. You've become the quiet anchor in your own life, ripples of peace extending to those around you. Not flawless, but free, unbothered by the storms that once defined your days. Think about who you'll be when difficult people no longer have power over your peace. That person is waiting for you, stronger, softer, wholly yours. This journey isn't about erasing anger, it's about honoring your depth while choosing lightness. You've got the map now, walk it with kindness to yourself. If this resonated, hit like, Subscribe for more gentle paths to healing and share with a friend who needs this calm. Remember, your peace is the greatest rebellion. See you in the next story.